Hello, my beloved diaper lovers. I'm your diaper philosopher. And today I want to report you about my journey. Or, as I promised in my last video, I was on some events and I had a lot of fun. So, I think I will do more of it. Not for the content. I will do more because I enjoy it. And I got the feeling it's a good step ahead on my own journey. So, and that's something really important for me. That's the main reason I started. I started my German YouTube channel and I thought, could be interesting to have an English one as well. So, but for me it was just to go onto the journey and to discover more, and going to an event and wearing a diaper in a more like, it's not a complete public environment, so, but wearing diapers public, it's kind of easy. You can hide it below the clothes, or at least in winter. So, but it was interesting going to an event where everybody is kind of into age play or diapers or some related kinks, and you had a really good connection from the first minute on. So it's something that was really impressive for me to meet people, and you have a very intimate connection, and normally it takes me quite a while to talk with strangers about my fetish, and normally I talked with my girlfriends about it because obviously I've wanted to enjoy it with them. So, and to challenge myself, I talked with some friends about it, but that was more like to improve my own courage and to feel or to get the feeling to be okay. But in retrospective, it was not necessary. But going to such a party and everybody is kind of into the same, or and there are a lot of variations about that, but at least it's interesting to wear diapers and with our people together and just enjoy that. And I will go to more events, and I will give you my impression, and it's on one side, it's very good to have a good fast connection with our people and a very private connection. On the other side, it's good to have people with the same interests around, because it really makes me feel okay about that. And that's something if you're struggling with your fetish, or if you want to meet friends, or if you feel shame about that, you should definitely do that and go to an event and meet other people. And you see, there are a lot of people. You will meet some people who will give you the feeling that's completely fine, and that's something I would have needed years ago, way more than today. So would make my life so much easier. And that's why I'm doing this video. So maybe you have the chance to make your life easier and learn from my, I don't want to call it mistakes, but from my insights. So I think just go to such an event if you want to figure out. And there are a lot of upcoming events, and it's kind of, it gives me good impression of the future, or a positive vision of the future. If people will be more familiar with the fetish and come together and enjoy it together instead of watching porns and that stuff. And yeah, it's better for mankind. It's in total, I think. So if people come together, build groups and build communities, help each other out and care for each other, no matter what the topic, if it's a fetish topic or it's just different hobbies, that's a huge improvement. And you have a lot of different interests. And it's so much easier to connect to people if you have some very intimate topic together. It's so easy to connect because you meet on a very, very deep level. And that's something, if you meet somebody else, it's most, if you go to a normal bar, it's mostly difficult to get to the deeper levels. And here you start at a very deep level. And from there you can build up. That's something, that's a new experience for me. That's a really new experience. And I think you can have that with every topic that you don't want to share with everybody, but you go to some special meeting and where you find other people with the same interests and have and I think for humans it's very important to have relationships, to meet other humans. That's how we're made, I think. And enjoying life together, celebrating life together. That's something. And I missed that. I've kind of missed that so many years. That's okay. I was going to a lot of parties, but that's on. I don't like these parties anymore that are only on a surface level. I don't enjoy to connect with people only on a surface level. That's okay. Mostly, I see it's necessary to connect on a surface level first, and then you go step by step deeper. But honestly, it's a lot of effort. And why can't we just meet on a deep level and figure out, hey, we are matching, we are not matching. If it's not matching, just be kind to each other. Say, okay, I'm sorry. I appreciate the conversation, but it's a nice ideal, but it's difficult on daily life too. There's so much risk involved, and that you tell somebody something very personal. But will go to more events and I will tell you more about my impressions, about my experiences, and that's all my channel is about my development. And okay, it's a bit egocentric, but for me it's a way to reflect on my development and see what I have could done earlier, and hopefully you take that and do it. So you're maybe a few years ahead of me, and I'm learning a lot from other YouTubers and other topics as well. So that's why I think there's so much value in sharing the experiences, and for other people taking the experience and figure out, okay, could that help in my life? Because that's something you have to figure out. I just can give you can make you offers of what you could do, not what you should do. So it's what you could do. You have to figure out, where do you want to go? Does this fit your goals, your life? And in the end, evaluate the risks and see, okay, if the risk is very low, you can just say, okay, let's have a try. And that's what I did. I went to the event and thought, okay, let's go there and listen to my feelings, have a look, have a chat, and see what is the response of what is my response to that, and how do I feel about that. I figured out very quickly, okay, I have a good mood and it's helping me, so I will stay there. Because sometimes you go to events where you think, okay, I don't feel very comfortable there and stuff, and that was my fear about that I go there and feel like, okay, I don't really belong here, I don't want to be here, and I would just be honest with everybody and say, hey, it was an experiment for me, I'm sorry, but luckily the result was I got there, I listened to my feelings and figured out, okay, these are all nice people, and we're all kind of strange in the same way as I am. Okay, that's a way. It's difficult to say it without having the risk to insult, because that's something I don't want to do. Oh, I have to. So, and that made me very comfortable and very familiar. So I stayed. I had a very great time, and I think. And these are all the diapers I took home from my journey. So I think I was prepared for a few more days when necessary. If you see, I have some medical diapers just for relaxation in between. I think that's something I'm very, very thankful for my YouTube channel and for me starting all that, because if I wouldn't started a YouTube channel, I never had the idea of going to such an event, or never took the small steps, and sometimes it feels, if I'm in the present, focusing on where I want to be, and I think I'm didn't achieve anything in my life. And if that thought comes up, often I take a look around, take a look at the past, where I have been. And when I figure out, okay, I achieved, I've come a long way. And it's quite a long way where I want to go. Because I have an ideal in mind for myself. And I'm not quite there. Not close. But it takes a lot of small steps. And it takes some time. That's something I learned this year. And I'm a bit impatient. So, but the risk is, that's something I did in the past. I took steps that were way too big. And the risk is that you got a huge pushback and you're afraid to take another step. So taking small achievable steps and going step by step, not just going all in and going to something that will scare you off and you will never start again. Or it will be difficult to start again. And so I was thinking, I think my first girlfriend was not very helpful. She gave me a little. Don't get me wrong, I loved her, so that's why she was my girlfriend. But she gave me more shame about my fetish when it really helps, or at least in that topic. She helped in a lot of other topics in my life. I learned a lot, but that's something I should have stopped that early and said, okay, it's something very important for me, and be honest about that, and be open about that, and say, okay, maybe it's not working with us. That's okay. It's difficult because first girlfriend and having such a discussion. But maybe that's something for a different video. I think that video is long enough at the moment. I think I mentioned all points or everything I wanted to mention. Maybe the only thing I'm a bit afraid about the future and going to more and more events, that things will lose the spice. That's something I'm a bit afraid, but that's something we will figure out. So have fun in your diapers.